Good morning students. This is Jyoti Nahar from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group, Kota. I am online with class 6 science and we are going to deal chapter number 10, that is motion and measurement of distances from your book Science Success. So let's start, but before starting let me tell you the contents of this chapter. In this chapter we are going to deal with firstly introduction, then the story of transport, concept of measurement, traditional methods of measurement, and then the standard units of measurement. Types of motion we are going to do. In this we are going to do translatory motion, rotational motion, oscillatory motion, vibratory motion, periodic motion, non-periodic motion, and the combination of two or more motions. But in this video we are going to deal with measurements only, and the types of motion we are going to take in the next video, that is video part 2. Now first I am going to explain you some terms which we are going to use in this chapter, and it is very important for you to know these terms first. Before starting the chapter, let me tell you these important terms. The first term is motion. What is motion? When the position of a body with respect to surroundings, the surroundings may be stationary, change with time, it is said to be in motion. Or we can say an object is in motion if its position changes with time in relation to a stationary object, and the stationary object may be a building or a tree. Or examples of motion are motion of a car or a train, motion of the heavenly bodies like satellites, planets which revolve around the sun, stars, when you are running, when you are jumping, you can say all these are the examples of motion. And now rest. When do we say that a body is at rest? An object is at rest if its position does not change with time in relation to a stationary object. Means when in relation to a stationary object, if the position does not change of the object, we say that the object is at rest. Example, when you are sleeping, when you are standing at one position, sitting, when a bottle is kept on a table, we say that these objects are at rest. Now measurement. What is measurement? The comparison of an unknown unit quantity with some known quantity of the same kind is called as measurement. In this video we are going to deal about measurement, but first let me tell you about the story of transportation. What is transport? First of all, let us understand. Transport simply means to carry people or goods from one place to another, maybe by means of vehicle, aircraft or ship. What happened in ancient times? In earlier times there was no means of transport, or hardly any means of transport was present. So their means of transport was manual, means people usually used to go walking. They used foot for walking or for going from one place to the another. Gradually, but the invention of wheel made a great change in modes of transport. People started using bullock carts, animals with the wheels. As the invention of wheel came into existence, they started using bullock carts, or they started using camel bullocks. Then they used to travel. Vehicles that moved on wheels pulled by animals were used to travel from one place to another. But with the invention of steam engine, aeroplanes and spacecrafts in the early 20th century, in the beginning of the 20th century, with the invention of steam engine, it was a great invention, and it solved out the problem to a great extent. And nowadays you can avail of the trains, boats, ships, running cars, all these you can avail nowadays. You have in your hand, by which you can travel a very long distance in a very short period of time. So this is how transportation developed. Now we are going to learn about concept of measurement. Now if I asked you how much you have travelled from your home to your school, or if I ask you how long is this ruler or a scale, you need to know the correct measurement. You may guess, but sometimes your guess may go wrong. For a correct, accurate measurement, I need to know some unit or the correct concept of measurement. The measurement means the comparison of an unknown quantity with some known quantity. Means we need to know some unit or basic measurement. This known quantity is called unit. May it be meters, kilometers, kilograms or amperes. And the unknown part is the number which defines the correct measurement of a physical quantity. Now traditional methods of measurement, these are the measurements which were used by earlier people. Earlier, when the measurements of units were not there, they used to use handspan, cubit, fathom for the measurement of things. Handspan is the distance between the tip of the thumb and the fully stretched hand, from distance from tip of the thumb to the tip of the small finger of a fully stretched hand, like this. This distance from the thumb to the tip of the small finger, this is known as the handspan. Next one, cubit. Cubit is the distance which is measured from the elbow to the tip of the middle finger. This is known as cubit. Fathom, when we fully stretch our arms, it is the distance between the two arms of a fully stretched arms. These were the measurements which were used by earlier people, or earlier when measurement units were not there. But these units are not common units of measurement, because they may vary from one person to the other. If I ask you to measure this blackboard using your handspan, you all may be giving me different answers. So I cannot take the correct, accurate, which one is correct. For these measurements, we need to have some standard units. So standard units are needed to measure physical quantity. Any physical quantity, if I need to measure it, I need to have some proper physical unit. Now we have some standard units of measurement. What are the standard units? Units that have a fixed quantity and do not vary from person to person. As in the case of handspan, we had different measurements from varying from person to person. But these units, they do not vary from person to person or place to place. Standard unit is a basic unit of measurement. This system is also known as the International System of Units, means we consider as the unit system of measurement. The SI system has 6 most common basic standard units, and these are the basic units, that is length, it is measured in meters, and the short form that we use for meters is m, and meters can be converted into kilometers, can be converted into meters, that is we can say 1000 meters make up 1 kilometer, or 1 meter is subdivided into smaller units, centimeters. Now next is mass. Mass can be measured in kilograms. Again 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 grams. So we may measure the mass in kilograms or grams, but the standard unit that we use is kilograms, and the abbreviation that we use is kg. Again time, it is the unit of time is second, S is used for it. Electric current can be measured in amperes, and we use A for amperes. Temperature can be measured in Kelvin or degree Celsius, but usually Kelvin is the standard measurement, and K is the abbreviation. Luminous intensity is measured in candela. Luminous intensity means intensity of light. The unit measurement is candela, and CD is used as its abbreviation. So these are the standard units of measurement. Whenever we need to take any measurement, we need to know these standard units beforehand. Now the correct measurement of length, how to take the correct measurement of a particular length. We need to take some precautions before measuring length. Keep the ruler along the length of the object, means we need to place the ruler along the length or not in any other position like this or this way. If the edge of the ruler is worn out or if it is broken out, then the measurement should be started from any other clear mark and can be calculated accordingly. Now correct position of your eye is also important, means you do not need to see from sides. You need to place your eye just above the point from where you are taking the measurement. So these are the precautions that you need to take before taking any measurement. So this was all about measurement. The next topic, that is motion and the types of motion, we will be dealing in the next video. So I hope you would have understood measurement and the types and the standard units in this video. Thank you, students.